Hello everyone, my name is Irina Dasarkar and I am here to talk about spiders. When we think of spiders, we often picturize this aggressive, bloodthirsty animal whose sole purpose in life is to come harm us. But that is very far from the truth, and we will get to that in a bit. But before we start, we need to understand what are spiders. The most common mistake is that we club spiders and insects under the same bracket. And although both of them do belong to the hyperspecious phylum of Arthropoda, spiders belong to a class called Arachnida, which also includes scorpions, mites, opilions, etc. Coming to the notion that spiders are animals that have the ability to physically harm us is a complete myth. In fact, spiders are rather human shy and will try their best to avoid direct human contact under all possible scenarios. They may show aggressive behavior only when they are cornered or threatened, but that holds true for all of us. Spiders are one of nature's most successful predatory groups. Their wide diversity, adaptability, foraging strategies, and the wide range of prey preferences that they choose from have helped them successfully inhabit all terrestrial spheres. And I'm not kidding, spiders are found literally everywhere on the planet, except for Antarctica. But how is this important? This is important because as one of nature's most versatile predatory groups, they play a vital role in the normal ecosystem functioning, which directly translates to our existence as a species within the ecosystem pool that we are all a part of. The global spider community consumes annually somewhere between 400 to 800 million tons of prey. And a large chunk of this is mainly constituted of insects and other arthropods. A lot of these insects happen to be agricultural pests. So in the process of this extravagant feeding galore, spiders basically save the global agricultural system from going from a complete toss. Local people are the best repositories of local knowledge of flora and fauna, and that holds true for spiders as well. They know the area best, they know what animals are present in the area best, and they definitely know the spiders best. The image isn't really of much concern. The fact remains that they can help us better document these spiders in their natural habitats, thereby helping us build more information on their natural history, on their behavioral patterns, on the way these species interact among themselves over temporal and seasonal time frames. We primarily try to bridge this knowledge gap that exists in the first place, but we also try to get a lot of community people involved to set off a domino effect of dismissing misconceptions and myths. Once a person is involved in working with spiders, somebody who already holds the notion that these are aggressive and bad creatures, when they start working with these wonderful silent caretakers, they start off a chain reaction in which they go back and tell other people that, hey, no, they are actually useful, they help us and they are our friends, although they do look unfamiliar and we may be intimidated by their appearance. And that kind of, over the years, it does lead to dissemination of a lot of myths. Spiders are one of nature's most versatile bioindicators. The kind of species that make up a community here versus there can give us a lot of information about the habitat here, whether it's a natural forest, whether it's a natural forest that is bordering towards fragmentation, whether it is made of species that are exclusively found in cityscapes. These tiny critters hold a lot of valuable information that does not really take a lot of time, energy or resources to study, but can help us establish very large and very ecologically sound plans to monitor a lot of other related faunal aspects. Despite the critical roles they play as versatile ecosystem engineers, spiders, like most natural populations, are threatened by changes in habitat structures. This extensive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, drastic shifts in agricultural patterns, habitat fragmentations and losses, forest logging, anthropogenically induced global warming, and extensive overexploitation of rare and endemic species like our peacock tarantula for the illegal international pet trade market has pushed several species of spiders to the brink of endangerment. But we barely get to hear about these. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay in. Please take care of yourself. Thank you.